not afternoon, good evening.
So how was your off season, as short as it was?
It was good. I really just stayed around the area, trained with Coach Griff, and it was a good off season. So I'm excited.
What are kind of your personal goals going into this season?
Yeah, just to be a better player, improve on the things that I thought I could improve on from last season, and each day just work on something to get better at, find what I need to do to just increase to be better that day. So just taking it one day at a time, and just working on skills I need to work on.
You're now a Super Bowl champion. What was going through your mind when you got those rings and you saw that ring, and you know how hard it took for you to earn it, and you finally got to it?
Yeah, it was exciting. I think everybody in that moment was just overwhelmed with joy. Just to see our hard work pay off, and get through a long season that we had, and to celebrate together was special, man. So I know I was excited. I know everybody else was excited. So just to see those rings and the time and effort they put into making them, it was just awesome.
Mentally, what you felt changes for you as you got into this particular season, coming off that run? Obviously, everybody saying it's a fresh start, fresh slate. Mentally for you, how does that change?
Yeah, it's like you said, I think it's just a fresh start. Just reset your mind and just know that that was last season. This is a new season, so you got to come prepared, just as you did last season. So I just feel like just fresh start. Come out training camp and just be the best you can be and start from day one. And it's a new season, so new teams you playing, so you got to be best every day.
You had some, huge highs, you personally, last year, and then you've also been open about some of the things that you worked through in terms of maybe some lower days or lower games. So for you, do you have this sense of wanting to prove something coming into this year, not maybe to others, but maybe to yourself, about the kind of sustainability you're able to have?
Yeah, I think it's just about proving myself right. Not necessarily proving people wrong, but just proving myself right and knowing I can do the things that I'm capable of, and really just honing in on myself, staying consistent, being confident in my ability, and but yeah, I think it's just more about just me proving myself right than proving other people wrong.
Do you think in a, when you talk about proving yourself right, is there, I don't know, a checklist or just how you're feeling? Is there anything kind of how you evaluate that?
I think it's just my preparation and the way I go about, practice every day, and each day of practice, just picking something that I need to work on and harping on that, and working on that specific day of practice. So I've taken that mindset of just doing that, and I think it'll pay dividends for me.
Ben, do you think because you guys are, as a team, it seems like there's a mantra from the top down about turning the page and making this year the year you're focused on, but do you think psychologically there's something that's easier to compartmentalize in that way because you maybe feel like you left some business unfinished personally?
Yeah, I mean, I think, I can speak for everyone that, on the team, they probably thought they had some things last year they need to work on, including me. So I think, just leaving it in last season, like I said, this is a fresh new start. So, why not just start out fresh and, have a good mindset going into the season, a good mindset going into camp. So, of course, there's always things that you wish you could done better, and plays that I could have made and somebody else could have made. So, but you just leave that in the season, take a learning lesson from it, and perfect it for this season.
Van, working with Allen Robinson so far, what impressed you about him so far?
Yeah, funny story. Me and Allen actually went to the same high school in Detroit, one year. But I knew Allen before he came. But just the way Allen works and the way he goes about his business. I mean, he's a true pro. I'm glad he's on the team. He's come in and taking a great mindset to just do the right things, and you can see that in his play and the way he goes about his practice habits. So I'm excited to have him. I'm excited to play with him.
Do you guys train together during the off period?
No, we didn't. I stayed out here. He went to Miami, but I had to stay here for. But he had a good off season, he said. So, but he's a great guy.
Then between the off-season program and legacy, didn't get the chance to really spend too much time together during the off-season, of course, because you're training in separate cities. But just the amount of time you spent with him, what are some of the things you maybe learned or picked up from him as you're trying to work
Yeah, just especially, his route detail, the way he attacks the ball. I think those are some of his great traits and that he has as a player. And, we talk on a daily basis, and you can just tell, how smart he is and, how football smart he is about the game. So just taking little pieces from him and trying to implement my game. But, so far he's been nothing but great. So, like I said, I'm excited to have him, and I know he's going to be big for us.
Dan, you worked, obviously there was not real football activity happening in OTAs, but you worked on the side a lot and were in the training room. Were you just taking extra precaution? I know you played through some stuff at the end of last year, or can you take us through where you're at health-wise?
Yeah, I'm fine. So football, I had a little injury that I was playing through, and ultimately had to get it fixed up a little bit, playing through it. And, so being on the side of OTA was tough, but I knew I just had to trust my process and, trust, the trainers and trust Reggie. And, I work a lot with Mark. So, just trusting that process and, but, it's just a little nick and, I'll be fine.
Did you, after the season, did you have to have a small procedure?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And you're 100%?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Ben, can this offense be even more explosive than you guys were last season?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think the pieces that we have, it definitely suits for that. I think just going through training camp and through the season, we're perfected. But obviously, that goal is to be more explosive than we were last year, and like I said, we have the pieces to do that.
You got a new offensive coordinator too. What are your impressions of Liam, and what do you think that's changed, if anything?
Yeah, Liam's a cool guy. Yeah, Liam was here my rookie year, so I was familiar with him. But he's familiar with the offense. I think it's it's not going to lose a beat with him being here, and he's an awesome guy, and we're excited to have him. So I can't wait to get out of practice with him.
Really short off season, obviously, but what was it like for you, your family growing and making such headlines along the way as it did? But
yeah.
How's everything going with that, and how was balancing that with knowing like football is once again right around the corner?
Yeah. So that whole thing was just crazy, but it was great though. I mean, having an addition to my family and my wife going through that experience during the Super Bowl. So it was crazy, but now she knows that it's time to lock in, and I'm here. But we have off days. I get to go home and see my little man. But it was just a crazy experience, and it was experience that I can't think any other. But it was just probably one of the best days the best day of my life. So, but it was fun, and I'm just thankful that God got everybody healthy, and we got to win the Super Bowl.
You guys were able to find a good balance before stuff got really.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We did. Yes, ma'am.
Including sleep?
He keeps us up now. I'm not gonna lie. He keeps us up, but he keeps us up. But we try to find some sleep in there. Okay.
Cool, thanks.
All right. Thank you.
Appreciate it.